In Ukraine's David and Goliath battle against the brute force of Russia, the United States and European countries have been adamant they won't send troops into the war for fear of escalating it. But that's not to say there aren't foreign fighters, including a number of Australians, taking up arms alongside Ukrainian soldiers. In fact, there are actually about 20,000 of them, either in training or already on the battlefield. Of course, it's an incredibly dangerous, potentially deadly undertaking. But as 9 News correspondent Mark Burrows reports, these soldiers, Ukraine's secret weapons, are giving Putin an almighty headache.
It's not the smartest thing to do during a Russian invasion of Ukraine. But our team is jumping into a car with two burly Europeans having no idea where we're going.
Straight up here?
Yes.
So go straight?
Straight.
Okay.
We've asked to meet some of the foreign fighters who have entered Ukraine to take up arms against Russia. And so, here we are. So this camp we are going to is in a secret location. The fighters behind us don't want us to reveal that location, and for good reason. In recent days, the Russians have been targeting not only airfields, but anywhere they think Ukrainian soldiers are being trained or using as a base. So we have to be extremely careful on how we film this story and what we show.
So it's here? Over here?
After a 30-minute drive, we arrive, but our two travelling companions seem nervous. And as we walk towards a large building, the level of secrecy intensifies.
And no location at all.
Yeah. We're hiding the location.
Yeah, that's right.
We're calling it a secret location.
Yeah.
Sure.
Fighters from across the globe aren't here because their country has sent them into battle. They're here because they choose to be, unpaid and far away from home. They're risking their lives to fight in a war for a country they know nothing about.
What's a bloke from Chicago doing in Ukraine?
I think with a lot of people here, I just felt like I needed to be here and not in my comfortable lifestyle. We had a lot of people that need our help over here.
Refusing to stand by and watch the devastation, former US Army soldier Harrison Josephowitz quit his job as a police officer in Chicago and traded his comfortable home for this sandbagged military training centre halfway around the world. It's an incredible act of valour.
But you're coming to a foreign country and you're willing to risk your own life for that.
I don't want to see this same thing happen in my backyard. I know that I have to be here because if we don't stop Russian aggression here, it can very well lead into other places.
You're going up against Russian soldiers. They have pretty much the best weapons. They've got tanks. You know what they've got.
Right.
That is a formidable force you're exposing yourself to. Are you prepared for this?
Absolutely. There's a lot of combat experienced, like-minded people, just like myself, who we realize that the Ukrainian people are crying out for help and somebody has to come and help them. Harrison's
not alone. He joins a 20,000-strong volunteer army with soldiers from 52 countries. They're stepping up where NATO troops have refused to tread.
All the world, is sitting and watching me. It's not fair. All the windows around are, protected.
Mamuka Mamulashvili is the commander of the Georgian National Legion. His men run this training camp.
Some people would think it's crazy to come to another country to fight and risk your own life. Would think that's mad.
It is not mad. It is very normal for every human being to understand that today this is the only place where they should defend freedom and they should defend independence.
And he reveals that even a few Australian volunteers have come to this camp ready to fight for Ukraine, something
that is technically illegal in Australia, a law that was originally passed to stop Australians fighting for ISIS. So you've had Australians here and you've sent them to the front line?
Yes, that are taking part and helping officially with armed forces.
Why are they here?
They all want to be the part of the history to defend freedom and to defend democracy.
I've been here for just over an hour and I've seen more than 100 fresh recruits, all willing to go up to the front line. And this is the journey foreign fighters take, from the training camp to the battleground of Kyiv, 500 kilometres away. As we approach the besieged city, there's barely any traffic on the roads, but there's lots of devastation. Bombed out buildings, missile craters and wreckage everywhere, lives ruined. The battle around Kiev continues to rage. In fact, it's as intense as it ever was. And this is the front line those foreign troops will be coming to, the most important in Ukraine. So much damage here, Nikki. So much damage.
It's a lot of damage. It's a lot of broken destiny, I don't know, broken houses.
Nikita Nikolenko is grief-stricken that another group of residents have lost their homes overnight.
It's a disaster. It's really horrible things which is going on right now with my city, with my country.
Wrecked cars are strewn everywhere. The apartment building's wall has literally been blown off, revealing what looks like bedrooms. One person died, another 12 were badly injured.
It's like enemy or aggressor is shooting every day to my heart. I cannot accept that. I'm trying to be very strong, but I'm crying almost every day. And we will appreciate if Australia will join that policy to take care about Ukrainians.
This is filming an interview publicly in Kyiv is risky for high-level Ukrainian politicians because they've become targets of the Russians. But in front of one of Kyiv's largest cathedrals, we meet Markian Lubkevetsky. He's the senior advisor to the Ukraine Defence Minister. And so he understands more than most just how important the volunteer foreign fighters are for his country.
We appreciate that because I'm absolutely confident that this is not the fight, this is not the war of Ukraine against Russia. This is the war of the whole world, of the human civilization against the evil.
Do you know that some Australians have actually come here to fight for Ukraine?
I know. I cannot speak too much about that. I cannot disclose some information, but yes, we appreciate that. I think it is hard for them to sit and to watch TV, and so they decided to come and to support Ukraine. We appreciate the support of that people. If Ukraine will fall, Putin will go to Poland, to Latvia, to Lithuania, to Estonia. Nobody can give any guarantees that one day he will shoot on Australia. Nobody.
Markian never owned a submachine gun before, nor a handgun, and his camouflage fatigues are also new. But these days, the former diplomat doesn't leave home without any of it.
This is something very unusual for me. This is to protect my family, my neighbors, my street, my house. If they will appear on Ukrainian, on Kyiv's streets, we will fight them.
So, if Russians appear in the street, will you use that weapon?
Yes. Yes, I will. Without any doubt.
Can you show me the view? Back in the picturesque city of Lviv, it's now suffered its first Russian missile attack on its airport late this week. The city's mayor, Andrei Saduyu, is gearing up for further attacks, sandbagging important buildings, even wrapping up ancient statues. He's honoured foreign fighters are training near his city.
Canadian, Australian, United States and Great Britain. They support freedom. It's a very special moment. They people understand this special moment together with Ukraine. I believe in our victory.
What strikes me about this is that everything here is so real.
Yes, it's very surreal. Even
Former US Army soldier and Chicago police officer Harrison Josephwitz soon plans to head to the front line, and he won't hesitate to kill.
And if a Russian comes up to you, you want to be the one that fires the shot first, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we have a lot of experienced, combat experience, trained individuals here, and the Russians aren't going to know what hit them.
Harrison has faith in the foreign freedom fighters and hopes that with their extra numbers, Ukraine and its democracy will eventually, just like the underdog, David, win over the Goliath, Russia.
Do you really believe yourself, the Brits, the Australians, can make a difference?
If we can get 100 people this week, 200 people the next week, and 400 people after that, the more the merrier, and eventually we will start to make a very big difference.
Hello, I'm Tom Steinfort. Thanks for watching 60 Minutes Australia. Subscribe to our channel now for brand new stories and exclusive clips every week. And don't miss out on our Extra Minutes segments and full episodes of 60 Minutes on 9now.com.au, as well as the 9Now app.